Homeschool Today. I'm Hannah John.
And I'm Noah John.
And this is Tuesdays Today in History. The date is March 10th, and as typical, much has happened on this day in history.
Hannah, on this day in 241 BC, the first Punic War battle of the Azgates Islands took place. The Romans sunk the Carthaginian fleet, bringing the war to an end.
Yep, in 1535, the Galapagos were discovered by Fray Thomas de Blanco, who was the first bishop of Panama. It was by pure chance that he found the islands, as he just happened upon them during a sailing voyage to Peru.
I can't believe this happened on this day in 1762. The French Huguenot Jean Calas, who was wrongly convicted of killing his son, died after being tortured by the authorities. This terrible event inspired Francois Marie Arouet, better known by his pen name Voltaire, to begin his campaign for religious tolerance and legal reform in France. Voltaire was a strong advocate of social reform, and this credited for giving the American fathers important concepts upon which to build the new form of government.
Well, let me tell you, on this date, 1849, Abraham Lincoln applied for a patent to an invention. The invention was designed to lift boats over obstructions in a river. On May 22nd of the same year, the patent was issued. It's the United States patent ever registered to a president of the United States.
And now on to 1864, where it was really a big day for President Abraham Lincoln. Yes, on this day, he signed a document officially promoting then Major General Ulysses Grant to the rank of Lieutenant General of the U.S. Army. Grant was put in charge of leading all Union troops against the Confederate Army. Grant then went on to succeed President Lincoln to become our 18th president. Wow!
The year 1876. The very first successful telephone call made by Alexander Graham Bell to his assistant, Thomas Watson, was made. This call is famous to this day, as all he said was, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you."
Yeah, that sounds about as long as my average telephone call. Anyway, moving on to this day in 1906, Europe's worst mining accident occurred when an underground explosion and fire killed 1,099 people and injured hundreds more. The cause of the catastrophe could not be determined with certainty.
Hey Noah, what do you think about this? On this day in 1913, Philadelphia's bowler William Knox won a tournament with an exciting finale. That's right, during the third game, he rolled all strikes. When the pins fell down in the finale strike of the final frame, the spectators and official erupted into cheers. It was the first perfect game ever bowled.
I struggle bowling one strike.
Yeah. Oh, you should see this kid bowl.
This day in 1945, on the nights of March 9th and 10th, the United States Army Air Forces executed a firebombing raid on the Japanese capital city of Tokyo. This attack was codenamed Operation Meeting House. Almost 16 square miles in and around the Japanese capital were incinerated, and between 80,000 to 130,000 Japanese civilians were killed in less than 48 hours. It is known as the single most destructive bombing raid in human history.
On a lighter and even stranger note, on this day in 1951, then FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover declined the offer to become the Major League Baseball commissioner.
Well, in 1959, the Tibetan uprising against Chinese occupation force in Lhasa, Tibet began.
How about this? Just a year later in 1969, James Earl Ray pleads guilty to murder of Martin Luther King Jr. This was a tragic end to a great man whose legacy will live on forever.
Well, in 1971, the United States Senate voted 94-0 in support of the amendment that would lower the minimum voting age from 21 to 18. The 26th Amendment was passed to the House and signed into law the same year. It's very important that all citizens take part in voting processes. In America, like some other countries, we have a unique gift where, if we want, we can change the direction of our country by using the power of vote.
There are some famous people from history with March 10th as their birthday. And on this date, 1503, Ferdinand I, the Holy Roman Emperor, was born. Noah, did you know that he shares his birthday with the American actor and martial arts champion Chuck Norris, who was born in 1940? History is fascinating. So many things happen every day all around the U.S. and have for thousands of years. You can discover more about interesting history that happened on this day or any other day by searching online or visiting your local library.
Please hit the like button at the bottom of the screen. It's what keeps us making these videos. And don't forget to subscribe as well as hit that little bell. so you will be among the first to know as new videos are released.
In the famous words of B.C. Forbes, history has shown that the most famous winners usually face enormous difficulties, but they won because they refused to be defeated. Until next time, happy homeschooling! Bye!
Get out of town!
How about get out of the